Yesterday, on November 21st, 2006, Katherine Johnston was shot and killed in her home on Neal Street in northwest Atlanta. She was shot and killed by three police officers, Jason R. Smith, Greg Jr., and Arthur Tesler. They entered her house with a false no-knock warrant. They were wearing plain clothes and were wearing bulletproof vests. Originally, when she heard them enter her house without knocking, she had a firearm and shot one bullet at the door. It did not hit any of the officers, and they returned by firing 39 shots, including 5 that hit Katherine. After she was hit fatally, they proceeded to handcuff her as she was dying.
Yeah.
Next, we're going to switch it over to an interview with Miss Johnston's neighbor, Sally. I understand you're Miss Johnston's neighbor, is that correct?
Yes.
What can you tell me about Katherine Johnston?
Katherine Johnston has always been a quiet old lady. She always has her grandkids over, so nothing really suspicious seems to happen at her house. She stays home a lot given that she's 92 years old, and she's always been very neighborly to me.
How do you feel about this situation?
I'm surprised because she's very neighborly. She's very sweet, very kind, always has her grandkids over. I didn't suspect anything.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
The police planted 3 bags of marijuana inside Johnston's home. There has been no allegations or charges against Johnston for drug use. The officers wanted to get inside because there was a supposed drug dealer, which in reality these are all false allegations. Officers lied under oath many times, and before they met with police, the 3 officers met together and decided that they would have the same story. Smith, who planted the drugs and entered the house first, is facing 10 years in prison. Junior is facing 6 years in prison, and Tesler is 5. Also, the police sergeant in charge of narcotics for the country is dealing with legal trouble because they did not follow proper procedures. Today I'm here with the police expert, Macy Violet.
Hi.
Can you tell me what police brutality is?
Police brutality is wanton use of excessive force, usually physical, but potentially in the form of verbal attacks and physical intimidation by a police officer.
Do you see this as a problem in today's society?
Police brutality has always been a problem. It also remains like one of the most serious and devised human rights violations in the United States today. A significant problem in this area is that police behavior is abusive of civilian rights, but it also is considered necessary and appropriate for police procedure.
Why do you think police demonstrate police brutality?
Sometimes police do this to protect themselves. I believe that in some cases, such as this one, that the police ended up going too far. 39 shots that were fired is definitely an excuse of excessive abuse of power.
Why do you think the police officers go to such extremities?
I think that sometimes they're forced to act in the moment. Sometimes police make the wrong decisions in the spur of the moment, and adrenaline kicks in, and they react before they think.
In many cases of police brutality in the United States, most of these officers get off, but how do you think these officers should be punished?
I believe these officers should be in prison for many years. Committing such a crime is just wrong.
Yeah, so we hope they get many years in prison, but thank you for your time.
Thank you.